Often do you say yes when your whole body is begging you to say no? If you've ever agreed to something just to avoid guilt, conflict, or that familiar sinking feeling of being too much, you're not alone. And today, we're going to flip that script because the word no, it's not rejection, it's revelation. Stick with me because in this episode, I'm sharing one moment that shattered my illusion. It shattered my illusion of self worth and taught me the power of one boundary and how owning your no might just be the most loving thing you ever do for yourself. This is Journey to Self, the podcast for women in their second spring who are done shrinking and ready to rise. I'm Sandy Bartlett, transformational self discovery coach, Reiki master, and intuitive guide. And in this space, we explore the untold stories and emotional turning points that awaken our true selves. But first, today's intuitive moment comes from my new deck, Beyond Lemuria. It's an oracle deck, and I pulled the home card. This card invites us into a deeper connection with our inner sanctuary, where worth isn't something we prove, but something we remember. It speaks to the soul's longing for a place of safety and belonging, not just externally, but within ourselves. For many of us who spent years people pleasing, guilty as charged, or bending to meet expectations, also guilty, home can feel like something we've lost. But this card reminds us we are our home. This message couldn't be more aligned with today's episode because every time you say no to something that doesn't honor your truth, you're saying yes to coming home to yourself. So let's get personal. I was in my first marriage out running errands when my husband at the time asked me to walk away with our daughter so he could say hi to a woman working there. It was somebody that he knew from high school, if I remember correctly. And I did it. I walked away silently, not because I agreed, not because I was okay, but because I didn't believe I had the right to say no. That moment, seemingly small, was seismic. It became a mirror reflecting all the places in my life where I had handed over my power in the name of keeping the peace. That was my wake up call. And now, as a coach, it's one of the most common themes I see with clients: overgiving, over apologizing, over explaining. All signs that we've lost connection to our worth. So today, I want you to think about this. Where are you abandoning yourself in the name of being nice? If this is hitting home for you and you're realizing it's time to take back your energy, your voice, your no, I invite you to join my membership community, Journey to Self, the Awakening. Inside, we're doing the deep work, reclaiming worth, setting soulful boundaries, and remembering who the hell we are. The link is in the show notes, so come walk this path with us. For your inner reflection, take a breath with me and ask yourself, where in your life are you saying yes, but your soul is saying no? It could be something small, like attending a social event just out of obligation. or something huge like staying in a relationship that's draining you. And I want you to know you don't need permission to choose yourself. You already have it. In preparing this episode for the Whispers of Wisdom segment, I found this quote by Lori Deschain. You can be a good person with a kind heart and still say no. Let this be your mantra. Boundaries aren't harsh, they're holy. They're not selfish, they're sacred. Saying no doesn't make you unkind, it makes you clear. And clarity is love for them and for you. Here's your invitation this week. Choose one situation where you'd normally say yes out of guilt, fear, or habit. Pause and practice saying, "Let me get back to you." Or a soft no, like, "That doesn't work for me right now." That's your boundary practice. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present with your needs, your energy, and your truth. Today, we explored how a single no can reclaim years of self-abandonment. Next week, we're diving into emotional boundaries and how protecting your energy doesn't mean pushing people away. Be sure to follow the show so you don't miss what's next. And if this spoke to your heart, send it to a friend who might need the same reminder. Until next time, be true to you.